Ah, all the setup was proper, but I adjusted the mic slightly and there's a non-button mute button on the bottom. So I didn't notice I pressed it. Okay, party people in the place to be. Live from 58 Dream Street, we're James and with Games. Happy Saturday, everybody. Hello, Cedric. Yeah, let's see. Hail, James, you round blue ball fellow. I don't know. Maybe you'll know it. Maybe I don't think this is going to be the one where I finally beat Lolo 3. So maybe you can spend this one getting acquainted enough with the game that you can figure out what the joke greeting should be. British, welcome. Yeah, we're going in, taking a little breather from the King's Quest Saga today. Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's my first sip of this. I decided to grab a new blend when I was at the tea house yesterday. I got Turkish apple, which is it's just like a black tea, and the black tea is the Turkish part. I don't think my buddy at the tea house imported special Turkish apples, but yeah, it's some black tea with kind of the spices you would expect, some cinnamon, some cardamom, and then some apple, and it's very tasty. Yeah, we're taking a break from the King's Quest saga for 1 week so I can continue my here 10-session playthrough of the entire stateside Western localized Adventures of Lolo series. And in another sense, we're going on year like 30 of my endeavors to beat this game, which I've never done. I've also never looked at a single solution. So I don't know how I pulled that off, because my undiagnosed ADHD and the treasure trove of games made available to me by emulation in the late 90s and early 2000s really did create a bad situation for me where I often ruined games for myself by getting frustrated slightly and then either abandoning the game because there were a million other games to play or just looking up the answers. But I haven't done that with this one for some reason. And I mean, part of that reason is deep and abiding love and respect. I think this is one of the best video games ever made. I love it dearly. Let's fire it up. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. I did adjust the levels. And also, there's no sound at the start like in Lolo 2. I was worried for a moment I was about to blast everybody with sound. Okay. And we load. Okay, let me know how that level is for the folks at home. It's far too loud in my ears, but I can fix that. All right, here we are. Some more structured and deductively conclusive puzzle solving than what we've been doing in the King's Quest series. Sometimes in King's Quest, especially in say ones other than King's Quest 5. You find an item and you have a really clear sense, like, oh, I bet this will come up at this point. And so you have a solution in your mind and it turns out to be true. But even then, you are only inductively confident. There are no underlying rules that say the solution has to be whatever. In this game, it's all about the rules. So hey, for anybody, whether you're here, Cedric, thanks for joining us, or if you're watching this later, video on demand, which very few people do, this is an indulgence, but I don't care. The audience demand is not there for Lolo 3. Let me give you a little breakdown. The goal of every level in Lolo, and by the way, this is not Lolo, because in Adventures of Lolo 3, you can switch between, for most of the game, Lolo and Lala are on a team, and then in the climactic moment before you go to the last leg of areas before the finish, the Great Demon King's son, who is the villain, because we defeated the Great Demon King in the second game. Great Demon King's son grabs whichever one you're currently controlling and kidnaps them, and then you gotta play the rest of the game as the other. So I'm Lala right now, Princess Lala. You can tell that she's the princess because she's pink instead of blue, and she has a bow. Yeah. So the goal in every level is to navigate Lolo or Lala to collect all of the heart framers I have a, like, I'm a pretty big fan of Nintendo generally, and I've defended a lot of their choices that a lot of other people don't defend. I think that Star Fox Zero is a severely underrated game. But I have a significant bone to pick with them about the fact that the Adventures of Lolo series has been dormant on console since this game. They made 2 PC games after this, which did not come to the West, and then it's just dormant. And like Nintendo, I don't think Nintendo literally owns HAL Laboratories, but they certainly work hand in glove together. It's a very kind of a non-formalized second-party relationship, I think is my understanding of how it goes. Or maybe they just literally own them. And HAL has made cute puzzle games with cute little characters that have been very popular on as eShop titles. The Box Boy series. So why are there no eShop Lolo games? Or Eggerland games, whatever you want to call them. Why don't we get Lolo and Lala? Even if not as playable characters, but you could do them as like a palette swap of the ice climbers. Well, no, you couldn't. Even though they're a blue one and a pink one, they have otherwise very different properties. But yeah, why aren't they a summon treasure, or why don't they appear in the background of a Dreamland stage? Because Lolo and Lala, I don't know if they canonically exist in Dreamland, but Lolo and Lala are a boss in at least a couple of Kirby games. The evil versions of Lolo and Lala. I don't know. So anyway, gotta get all these heart framers. So that's step 1 of the goal of the level. Just collect the hearts. When all the hearts are collected, the treasure chest opens. At that point, if you can get the gem from the treasure chest, all the enemies on the screen disappear, and then you just have to get to the door, which usually isn't actually a remaining challenge, but there are some puzzles where you think you found the solution, and then you get the treasure chest, and then you go, oh wait, I've blocked the door. But that doesn't happen very often. Standing in Lolo's way, or Lala's way, are a bunch of obstacles, and then also some enemies. So in this room, we have 2 enemies. We have the Medusas, terrifying, and the Snakies, friendly. Snaky is essentially just a block, but looks like a little snake guy. Doesn't hurt you, doesn't do anything. If, every now and then, when you pick up a heart framer, you get shots, and you can use shots to put enemies in eggs, and then you can push them around. That's pretty much what Snaky's there for. Either as an obstacle or a source of eggs. Medusa, if you get in an eye line with Medusa that isn't blocked by something stronger than a tree, Medusa can see through the trees. She can see the Lala for the trees. If you get on a horizontal or vertical line with Medusa, it's over. Her eyes burst open, the game makes a terrifying sound, and you're defeated. That's about it. The other things we have here, besides trees, which are physical obstructions for Lolo or Lala, but not Medusa shot blockers. We have water, which is exactly what you think it is. It's a barrier, but you can sometimes get a power to build a bridge. I won't get that power. It tells you what powers you can possibly get at the start of the stage. Or, if you have a monster and an egg, you can push the egg into the water and run across it. The eggs sink pretty quickly, and if you're obviously on the egg when it sinks, you're done. Sometimes, though, there's a hidden current in the water, and then the egg moves along to the end of the current before it sinks. And then we have arrow tiles, which prevent you can't enter an arrow tile from the direction it's facing. That's it. That's what we got. So I worked on this one a little bit last time I played, which is in December. I did not get to the point where I felt like I tried everything. I just ran out of time. I also don't remember anything. So let me take a look. Well, I see a heart framer I can just have. And I remember the key challenge is going to be having enough shots at the end. There has to be a current here that goes like this, because otherwise you can't get to the treasure. But we need to have Medusa blocked when we do that. And that's the remaining challenge. It's figuring out how to use the shots that are available hidden within these heart framers efficiently enough to succeed. So that one heart framer is free. Let me grab some tea here. One moment. Oh, that's good. And then, well, I must do this. I must. I don't see any other solution right now. So if I go classic Lolo maneuver is to push 2 framers when you have 3 of them together, forward 1, and then move the other one, which I will move to the right instead of the left, because if I move it to the left, well then both of these framers are locked and I can't use them anymore and I am going to need them. Having done this, I can collect 3 more heart framers and I collect 2 shots. So now we're cooking. But what do I do next? I suppose the obvious answer is you don't need to know for sure, man. You're probably not going to solve this on this attempt, so just get going. Let me take this framer then. Eventually, I'm going to need to block this Medusa here and here, and this Medusa here and here, and this Medusa here and here. 6 blocks will ultimately need to be accomplished. I'll do one of them. Why not? I mean, I can do more than one of them right now. And I guess I might as well. Yep. This is fine. This is fine. This is good. I'll put this one over here. Can't take that heart framer yet, because the top Medusa will get me. But we're on it. It's coming together. I started playing the Metroid games on a whim this week, or specifically Super Metroid, and then when I finished that, because I've played Super Metroid enough times in my life that, and enough of its imitators enough times in my life that it doesn't take me that long, even when I don't remember exactly what to do in what order. I can work it out pretty quickly. And that's a great game that holds up. I think the control scheme they didn't quite nail it. But otherwise, it's very good. Okay, I only have 2 shots. I guess I will... Perhaps I should... Don't have to get it right on the first try. Let's see what happens if I do the bottom one. No, I couldn't get out of the way fast enough to not get Medusa there. Fortunately, I recognized I had done that to myself because the jump scare in video games that has caused me the most sudden heart rate spikes is the you didn't know that you were walking in front of a Medusa or Medusa's husband, Don Medusa, who is like Medusa, but he moves and he throws knives like an Italian count instead of using, eye beams like Medusa. No, I don't think I'm going to use the snaky down there at all. I think I'll use a heart framer there. So, pardon me, the other available heart right now is this one. And there, I had the room to take the shot and get out of the way before Medusa had her eyes on me. I think now I must take this... Oh, no. I needed to have done something with this framer before I pulled that move. Okay, start it over. So I'm in level 16 right now, which if I'm remembering correctly from the world map, is the final stage, final level, before the lair of the son of the great demon king. Which is wild. This is further than I've ever been in this game. I've never solved this puzzle. Most of this playthrough has been me either rapidly solving puzzles that I either remember or just have the Lolo skills to solve instantly, or laboring through puzzles that I have labored through in the past but did not memorize the solutions to. But now I'm flying on my own with no assistance from past me. I'll do this now so I don't forget. Push that down one, Now I'll be able to free it in the same sequence of events where I do this. So here we go. Take this one out here, because we need a block for the top Medusa on the right. And then, when I do use this one, which won't be yet, but I guess I might as well free it up. When I use this one, it'll be to block the bottom Medusa on her left. Now looking at this, I can see that I can recall. Yeah. I've got to start over. Because, why do I have to start over? Let me think a moment. Because, while this snaky was despawned, I needed to actually get under it. Because for the next move, I want to be pushing that snaky from the bottom. Be nice if I brought this down, but can't really do that in the same sequence of events. Okay. Patience. Patience is key. Just don't get frustrated with yourself. Don't get in your own head. So next week, we'll pick up the King's Quest series with King's Quest VII, The Princeless Bride. I think technically the word should be pronounced princeless, but to really hit the wordplay, Princeless Bride, where, from what I understand, I mean, it's not just an understanding. This is definitely it. But I've never played it before, so I haven't seen it with my own eyes, except on the back of the box. It'll be a tag team kind of situation. Perhaps quite unlike this one, where Princess Rosella, who we last played as in King's Quest IV, The Perils of Rosella, will be teaming up with her mom, Queen Valenice, who we've never played as. We've only seen her, and in one case, quested to rescue her. Okay. So, I'm pushing this guy over, pushing the top guy over, going across the river on the top guy to grab the heart, going back across, blasting the bottom guy, coming back and standing one square below where the bottom guy spawns. Let's go. Oh, and getting the Emerald Framer on the way. I'll just put it there for now. Run down here. Then I gotta think. Wait a minute. No. This is nothing. I've regressed from where I was before. Okay. You know what? Here's a thought. I don't think I was doing this particular move that I'm about to do before, but I think I ought to try it now. Grab those. Grab this one because it's free. And then, let's deal with this one. I'll put this one out of the way. But I'll save blocking the bottom left Medusa from the top, and instead I'm going to get this one into position so that while I'm doing this switcheroo with the two snakies, I can also put this block in place. That seems promising. I don't have a deductive explanation for why it's promising, so this is just induction. This is a hunch. But it's a hunch where, like, you know, a lot of the time when you're just trying to optimize, sometimes you can actually identify where to optimize, which is great. Or you can identify opportunities and eliminate them one by one. Sometimes you see a thing that you could just do that is different than what you've been doing. You're like, well, what if I do that thing that's different? Will it fix all of my problems? And mayhaps it will. Okay. Here we go. Or it might be nothing, which is fine. I'll live. Oh! Just slightly off on the timing, but I think it's possible. Would it be better? You know what? I just won't put the emerald framer in such a position that I need to run around it while I'm doing that sequence. I'll leave it here. That'll be a little bit more motion while the snaky is despawned, but I think it is an amount of motion well within my wheelhouse. I think. I should leave it there. Let's try this. Yeah, because now I can just get below that snaky whenever I want. But I didn't deal with the... I didn't deal with this framer. Okay, but... we got something on the go here. It's coming together slowly. It's crystallizing in my mind. Level 16 should be a 5-room level. Most of the levels in this game are 5 rooms, 5 puzzles to solve. I suspect the level 17, which I believe is the lair of the Great Demon King's son, is going to be one of the rare 10s. Or maybe it'll be the only 15. Do you know... First of all, hello, your mom. Welcome. Do you know what that's a soundbite from? Yeah, I wonder. I might have to do some Googling. Or maybe some DuckDuckGoing. Because Google's kind of useless now. Not useless, but significantly degraded. You know what? I'll say this. If that's any kind of joke, like, it probably feels like it's like a joke about, you know, Adventures of Lolo is too frustrating because it's about solving puzzles instead of beating enemies or something. You're not cut out for this game might be the context of it. But if it's a knock on the series. Cool. I'm of the right age to, like, have had friends who are like, you gotta check out Homestar Runner. And I've seen some Homestar Runner things. But I had video games to play on an emulator. So I never really got that acquainted with it. Okay, here we go. All the steps. I drowned. It's okay. It's Saturday. I got a nice cup of tea. We're all hanging out. It's good vibes only. Your mom, are you Homestar Runner familiar enough to confirm whether it's a strong bad voice saying it. On the note of sound bites, I've been thinking like, yeah, it's not strong. Fascinating. Yeah, that's a distinctive voice. I think that is the only Homestar Runner character whose voice I could identify. I could identify two other Homestar Runner characters, which are Homestar Runner, and I don't know if he even counts as a Homestar Runner character and not one of Strong Bad's characters, but Trogdor the Burninator. Okay. Don't drown, don't do anything stupid, just execute everything perfectly, go. Haha! Okay. Then comes a time to figure out what to do next. Oh, I ought to finish up with the framers. Because I feel like so far, I think what I'm doing so far is optimal. And so what I need to figure out is in what remains. Oh, wow. Yeah, before 8 a.m. really seems like a... that's your, like, your, hell difficulty. There you go. Did you find tea at all? Well, that's something. Oh, wow. I'm not sure if Starbucks is around here open that early. I've never had tea at Starbucks. I mean, I could be out of the loop on how early they open. Because maybe they do. The Starbucks I went to the most was back when there was still a Starbucks in a Chapters. And so I don't think that one was opening that early. Okay. Now, let me try to make sense of the things that I know that I must do. I need... Okay. A big question that I don't remember the answer to is whether this one has 2 shots. If this one has 2 shots, I know what to do. If it doesn't, I don't think I have a 3 plan, and maybe I'm not on the optimal route. You might not even know this, but does anyone know, is a Starbucks honey flavor shot just honey? Or do they actually have like a honey flavored sugar syrup thing? Okay, hold on. What do I gotta do? Alright, this tea is excellent. Yeah, I kind of figured. That's all I sweeten my tea with honey. Not the syrup form, but just actual honey. Okay, I need 1 to put this fella here. I need him out of the way, and also, for the future, I need him there. When he's there, I can push this guy to here, run around, push him up, push him over, and then I am going to need 1 more shot. This needs to have 2. Ooh! What else was in that cocktail? Alright, I'm going to go with the belief in my heart that there are 2 shots there. No, wait, this doesn't make any... Does my plan make any sense? I don't think it does. Well, let me try. No. That sounds pretty good. There are 2 more shots, but I need more than 2 more shots to do this. No, I don't. Or do I? Yes, I do. But I also might have underthought this a bit. Maybe there was something else I could have done with this guy to get him out of my way. Maybe? Because I do need to block that Medusa from the bottom. Then I also need to be able to use this guy. But he's on a down arrow. Okay. Well. Or is it that actually I should have just put him in position? It is. Okay. So not like an elite local tea place. Yeah, that's a bummer. The tea house my buddy owns near my place is real good. Real fancy tea. He is a tea master. What was in the sandwich? Okay, hold on. Here, let me just validate for myself that this is... I just not even thought that I could just use this guy. No, there's no current there. Okay, so the current must be there. Okay. If the current is here, I mean, it has to be. There has to be a current. There's no special teleportation gimmick that I've just never learned about. So... Ooh. That's fancy sounding. I'm not a big fruit with mint guy. Is it BTL? Like bacon, tomato, and lettuce? Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, around these parts, we call that a BLT. Okay. My whole theory, not my whole theory has been wrong, but I think I'm actually supposed to put the emerald framer over here. I think that's gonna be the game changer. I am Lala right now. So in Adventures of Lolo 3, the quest is not to save Lala. The quest is to save everyone else in Eggerland because to avenge his father, the Great Demon King's son, flew by and sprinkled some dust that turned everybody else to stone. But Lolo and Lala were out of town having a picnic. So they come back, everyone's petrified, and they're like, oh, jeez, we better go, push some blocks around. And so for most of the quest, in between stages, like there's a world map in this one, and you can press the A or B button on the world map, and they'll switch which one of them is leading, and the leader is the one who goes in to do the puzzles. Come to find out, it turns out in the end that this gimmick does not persist the whole way, because right as you solve the last puzzle to get to the final leg of the world map, the Great Demon King bursts in and kidnaps whichever one you're playing as. So then the last leg is also a save your counterpart journey. But because I was alternating levels with them. And so, we must have been at an odd numbered level. So I was playing as Lolo. So Lolo got kidnapped. So now Lala's got to save him. Okay. So the trick here is going to turn out to be very similar, but actually kind of different. How's it going to work? Is it going to work? Yes, those ones in Kirby are not our hero and heroine. Those in Kirby are, I don't know exactly what the explanation is, but they're like corrupted version. They're you know, they have they're called Lolo and La 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 to go with the King Dedede gimmick. Okay. Do my thoughts here make any sense at all? I don't know if they do. But I'll give this a shot. Oh no. Well, it's definitely not going to work this time. This doesn't give me more shots, does it? No, it does. Okay, but now I need to use 2 of them to get Snaky back in play. Is that okay? It might be. Push this one up. And I'll put it in. Just to be thorough. Whoop. Bring this one down. King Dedede. Okay. No. No, this didn't make any sense because I can't use the Snaky now. Okay. Let's take stock. There are a total of 8 shots available, right? There's 2 here, there's 2 here, there's 2 here, and there's 2 here. 8 shots. There are 6 spots where Medusas need to be blocked, and there are 5 framers, meaning a Snaky needs to do double duty. There must be a current here, meaning that the final move must involve putting a Snaky in an egg and pushing him to here, which... Well, I'm back to realizing that no, the framer definitely has to go here, because we actually need to go up underneath this Snaky a lot of times. So I was overthinking that one. I thought I had a brilliant new idea. I was actually breaking up my sequence. Because to get a Snaky to here, this guy's going to have to be here. I'm going to have to push this dude into this water just so I can push him over. And then this is going to need to be blocked, which would mean I would need a shot left to do that. But that's 1. Oh, you know what? Get him... No? Okay. Okay. Start doing what seems clear. Just for a moment. And then go from there. Who knows if it's actually clear? Doesn't matter. Eventually, I will solve every puzzle in this game. And then eventually, I will also play the Japanese Adventures of Lolo and Adventures of Lolo 2, which are... actually, our Adventures of Lolo 2 and Adventures of Lolo 3 engines. Picture me doing air quotes when I say that. And what's different about them is an entirely different set of puzzles. Okay. Well. I think I'm pretty good. Although I could easily be wrong about that. I am sure there are, like, there must be puzzle game players in the world who are looking at this, or who, if they were looking at this, would be like, dude, do this, and this. Come on, you noob. And I'm not a noob. Playing this game off and on for 30 years. I'm a grizzled veteran. About as grizzled as it is possible to be with this game. Okay. So this part feels correct. Oh, I love Bubba's You. What an incredible game. A game that I assume was made by someone with at least a little bit of residual fondness for Adventures of Lolo. Okay. All the moves. I'm way better at it now than I was when I was a kid. I could solve some puzzles sometimes when I was a kid. Oh, the thing, see, for me with Bubba's You, I try to focus on the fact that every time I solve something, I feel like a goddamn genius. Wait, no, I haven't messed up yet. There, saved it. Yeah, which I think makes a lot of sense. There are some strong limitations. Like, there are good action games for the original Game Boy. But that hardware puts some real, especially, the display, puts some limitations on how much fun, both for how hard it is to see if you don't have perfect lighting, and then how small the play window has to be because of just the available screen space, resolution. Okay. Okay. 5 shots left. 3 in my possession, but 5 overall. If I need 1 to put this guy here. That too. Not only the practical limitations, but the actual, just like a bite-sized piece of gameplay. Makes a lot of sense. I'm intrigued. There's going to be one day, at least, on Greg and James Beat 'em Up that is just handheld day, where we'll play all of the beat 'em ups that I've been able to identify on the Game Boy and the Sega Game Gear. I'm intrigued to see if that works at all. I've gotten pretty far in Bubba's You. Like, certainly the majority, I've solved the majority of the puzzles. But some of those, like, in the secret world, inside the secret world, like, I solved a couple of those. But eventually it just started to just be too much for my brain. I couldn't even figure out how to open the stages within the secret world inside the secret world. Like, it's a puzzle unto itself how to just make the level exist. Okay. Think this through. I remember hearing about the secret world, but Ultima Online cured me of ever needing to play an MMO again. Okay, if I did 1 shot to put this guy here, and then 1 shot here, around, up, there's no way. It's just not gonna work that I can get this guy into this water with only 1 shot. So it's a 2-shot job. So if 1 shot to put this guy here, 2 shots to get this guy over here, Then I have 2 shots left, and I would need 2 shots to get this guy. I need more than 2 shots. I need 2 shots just to free him up. Okay. I feel like I've heard the name Mysterium, but I'm not sure if that's because I've heard of the board game or the Game Boy game, or if it's neither. But I'm just thinking of, Rey Mysterio, the professional wrestler. Okay, what if I could figure out how to get this guy? I could get my thumbs working, plot a path, but I could put this guy in here in 1 egg. So suppose that took 1 shot. Then I would still need 1, 2, 3, 4, which is exactly how many I have. Is that what I have to do? Do I have to somehow make this work in a single shot? Am I capable of doing that? You know what? I've done this once before. I'm going to do it once again. I don't think I even wind up using it when I did this before. But I will do a quick save in a different slot so that I can more quickly validate the possibility of doing this in a single shot. Okay. First, just the same route I was doing, but perfect. No, absolutely not. Okay. Okay. Well, what else could be the route if it's not that route? Is there another route? It doesn't seem obvious to me that there is. Okay. One more thought. One more try here, and then actually I'm going to abandon this. So the save state was really not necessary. So if I go up to here, and then around, and push it over. Oh, what if I go up to here, over, down? Maybe that's a little less running. Except I didn't even do the thing that I just said. Okay. Okay. Well, I botched that badly. Fine, I will use the save state a bunch, although I'm quickly losing faith in this idea too. Which is okay, because I have a new idea, I think. It'd be lovely if I could do it. If there's a way to move this guy without having to have in advance moved that snaky. Is there a point where it's despawned that I could race through and get him moving? That would buy me back a shot. Maybe that's the idea. I don't know. Okay, one last try here. No, that's even worse. Okay. Okay, this is not the answer. So it's one or two things. Is there actually a way to use this snaky down here and then, well, let's see. Okay. If the first shots I use on these snakies are to put this one down here, run around, grab this, zap up. You know what? I can find out if that's possible pretty quickly. Because maybe the answer is to use one of the other emerald framer here, and then even though I can never use this alley after I've used the snaky once to get the heart, maybe I can always get to this spot while this snaky is despawned, and then that buys me back at least one shot and I can do it. Here's the thing. If I'm still trying new ideas, that's good. Okay. This is questionable, but wait, no, I don't need to be. Wait, do I need to? I could buy a moment here. Hello, cousin. What a game. You know, I've never beaten this game, and I've also never looked at a puzzle solution for it somehow in 30 years. Now I'm in level 16, room 2. Level 16 has 5 rooms. Level 17 is the last level and has 10 rooms. Okay, but is there anything? Have I done something that I can work with here? I think I might have. Let me try something. Okay, yes, if I hadn't done exactly what I just did there, that might have been something. I'm in one of those situations, Mammoth, where I've been this close and like I'm just one shot shy. So somewhere I need to slightly optimize my route. But I'm not quite sure how. Perhaps absolutely. The floor, my family lived in a split level, And so, actually, when we usually use the term basement, we weren't referring to the bottom floor, but specifically to the one unfinished floor in the bottom, on the bottom level. Oh, wow. I got my NES for Christmas when I was 5. And for better or worse, that was the moment everything changed. Wow. You know what? I was looking at your messages, your last 2 messages, your mom, and trying to work out what was going on with the grammar, and then I realized you're not saying NES and SNES. You're saying NES and SNES, which therefore start with vowels, so it's NNES. How about that? Okay. So, maybe the answer is if I'm doing it this way, I don't actually need to work with this just yet. Maybe the window for that will open at a different point. Oh yeah, of course. I think I can see how it will. Maybe. Let's try. Holy smokes. How many consoles have I owned? Or systems, if we count handhelds. I'm really curious. A NES, a SNES, a Game Gear, PlayStation 2, arguably a GameCube. It was really my ex-girlfriend's, but we basically lived together. We played it all the time, and I bought half the games or more that she had for it. So I'm gonna say a GameCube. So wait, hold on. NES, SNES, Game Gear. I actually had a Game Boy at one point. PlayStation 2, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, DS, 3DS, Wii U, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, PlayStation 5 now, Switch, 16. Not bad, but not like collector levels. Okay, here we go. No Neo Geo Pocket. I'm trying to... Have I even played a Neo Geo Pocket game? I don't think so. Unless a lot of Neo Geo Pocket games were also just on the Neo Geo. So then I was thinking that I have to do something like this. Okay. This feels like something. Is it? Well, I need to do this now. No, this is nothing. Can anyone see why this is nothing? It's because I'm never going to be able to block the Medusa at the top now. Well, what I could do, and what I should do, even though, like, deductively it seems necessary for the puzzle to be solvable, for this assumption to be correct. Oh, I can't even test it because I don't have enough shots left. Okay. Can I do anything? Is there something to be done? Probably yes. It would probably be a notorious thing if actually level 16 room 2 of this game was unsolvable. That would be on the Wikipedia page. Somebody would have dropped that in the chat. You know, like, that can't be the case. That can't be what's going on here. It can't be. It must not be. And so, let's see what we can do. There's a new channel points reward. I think this summer, an academic summer, so starting in May, maybe even a little on February break. One of my big goals for this channel is to try to add some of those kind of things that all the real streamers have. Like a selection of interesting channel points rewards. But right now there's one, of which only 4 can be purchased. And I might cut it off at 3 if no one agrees to one condition of mine. There is create a Dark Sun party member. In the very near future, I've been itching for a party-based RPG. I'm going to play Dark Sun Shattered Lands. The first Dungeons and Dragons game that SSI made outside of their gold box engine, and also pretty much they made a couple other Dark Sun games. One was an MMO, and one was a sequel. But otherwise, that was it. They went out of business. They lost the license, which resulted in the Infinity Engine, Baldur's Gate games, and such being made. And the rest is history. The Tricrine are one of the playable races. Or species, I suppose, would be the more proper term, if not the official technical term. Yeah. Thrycreen, and the other notable playable race are the half giants. And my one condition, I will take away the channel points reward after 3 people have redeemed it. if none of those 3 people agree to create a half giant lady for my team. We don't need to get into the details. We don't have to talk about it. But there's going to be a half giant lady in this party. Okay. Now, what am I going to do? What is going to solve this puzzle for me? How am I going to win? Yeah, so if you redeem that, what you can do to create a character is select the species, the class, of course. Hopefully someone will pick. There are interesting classes in the Dark Sun world, psionicists and like special mages. I do not want the bad kind of mage in my party. I'm not doing that. It's not my style. Because in the Dark Sun world, magic is horrible because the primary one major method of using magic powers in Dark Sun is to suck the life energy of the planet, kind of like draining the crystals in Final Fantasy. And so that's why it's called Dark Sun, because the world of Athos, where it is set, is a horrible place that has been mostly destroyed. It's a wasteland because of the selfish wizard kings who drain the planet dry for their own benefit. Okay. Can I make this work somehow? What if right now I bring this one up just to get them all free? Then can I go back to what I was doing? Yes, then I can go back to what I was just thinking. Ooh. Wow. That's awesome. The very first video game that I ever played was the Dungeons and Dragons. I think it was the second Dungeons and Dragons game for Intellivision. First video game I ever played. That's the one. Or it is mountain. It's something about a mountain. Maybe not Cloudy Mountain though. Maybe it was the first one. I would have to go and look at some screenshots and read about them. I know it was one of the ones for Intellivision because my parents had the idea of, oh, well, there you go. First video game I ever played. My parents had the idea of, we know you'd really like a Nintendo, but what if there was a thing that was like a Nintendo? And my dad actually apparently had an Intellivision, which is wild. I can't imagine my dad ever having any interest in playing a video game. But he had one in the attic. And then they got it down and they couldn't get it to work. Perhaps because it had been kept in the uninsulated attic. And so, from there, they said, well, you know what? Let's go see your godfather, Bob. My big memory of Bob is that he had an amazing collection of games, both physical and digital. And for whatever reason, he was like, here's the way to introduce your 4-year-old son to video games. The first Dungeons and Dragons game for the Intellivision. Anyway, they never got the Intellivision working, and so when I was 5, I got a NES for Christmas. Okay. Let's do this. Nice. Mr. Do is not nearly as well remembered as Dig Dug, but I was thinking of Mr. Do literally yesterday because I was writing a recommendation letter for a student to get a graduate studentship from the Medical Research, and the D stands for something, office. Okay. So now, I want to do the thing that I was doing. Ooh, that's a fun game. Okay, now I have to deal with this. But I think this is coming together. I think I've done it. Oh, sorry. Dark Sun. Let me finish my thought. So yeah, you can name the character. I don't know what level of appearance customization might exist. I'll find out and let everyone know. Anyone who picks it, because you can tell me the appearance if there's anything we can do about that. But then also, through whatever method you want, from just picking the numbers to rolling according to whatever rules you want, or just trying to use a point distribution system, there's a stat editor. So you can just tell me what you want the character to be like. And then, I don't think the game offers that much opportunity for role-playing traditionally, but every now and then I make up personalities for my stat objects. And perhaps you can tell me a little bit about what you want them to be like. This isn't gonna work. Because I made a... Wait! No, I made a bad choice. Somewhere along the line, I needed this guy to end up anywhere but right here. I needed him further up and out of the way. Because what I want to do is get this thing blocked, but I can't now. Okay, This is coming together, though. This will be solved today. I've only been at it for an hour and 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be... I'm hoping I'll never have a session where I just give up and say, well, no progress today, but thanks for hanging out for 3 hours listening to the bouncy Lolo theme with me while I do the same thing over and over again. That could happen, but not today. Anyway, yeah, I did the pick a party member gimmick for Pool of Radiance, and 4 people wound up taking it. You get a party of 6 in Pool of Radiance. I made up 2, and it worked out great. It was a lot of fun. So if that sounds like any fun to you at all, it is a bit of a commitment, because now you got to do this thing you told me to do. Okay. Right, so this one is the one that I want to use down here now. I think. Let's put this one in position because I need to deal with it a little bit more thoroughly. Or actually, that's not the issue. I need to have a better plan for where I leave this guy after the first shot on him. I don't have that plan yet, but I don't need it just yet. So let's do this. Let's try and do even more moving with this guy. Okay. Mentally preparing. Here I go. I'm paralyzed. Okay. That's still not fixed. But that's getting in the direction of what I need to do. If I went 1 spot high, 2 spots higher with him, which I think I could have. Okay. 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 After all that, I think I might be about to solve this with a shot left over. And then I almost missed it by not positioning myself back below the snaky before he respawned. I love it when a plan comes together. Oh. I think I might need to start smoking after that. Because that was satisfying. Whew. Okay. Alright. Okay. Level 16, room 3. That means there are 13 puzzles left in my 30-year playthrough of the Adventures of Lolo 3. Let's take stock before we take any rash actions. For everyone joining for the first time, meeting this delightful series for the first time, we have one new element on the board. And that's it. Because we saw the framers, we saw the trees, we saw the hearts, we saw the treasure chest, we saw the snakies and the medusas and the water and the arrow pads on the floor. What we have not seen yet are the goals. Goal is a two-part gimmick. There are a few enemies. There are two enemies that change properties when you get the last heart and open the treasure chest. There are the skulls, but we don't need to think about them yet. And there are the gulls. And in fact, they kind of do the same thing, which is to say that they are inert, just like snakies, until you get that last heart and then they come alive. When the gulls come alive, they spit fire if you step into their line of sight. That's directional. It's not omnidirectional like Medusa or Dawn Medusa, who we haven't met today yet. And it's not like Medusa in that, Medusa just fixes her gaze on you and she's got you. You cannot be on that horizontal path with her. Gull's fire has to get across the screen to you. So if you have some distance between you and the gull, you can run through his path. But you can't do it up close. Okay. Now, we have 2 Medusas. This Medusa will need to be blocked 3 times. Because there's a heart here, a heart here, a heart here. This Medusa, likewise, must be blocked 3 times. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 emerald framers. Although, these 2 emerald framers cannot be used easily to block these Medusas. Unless I'm coming across the water from the other side, pushing a gull in an egg. Which I bet I'm going to wind up doing. However, for all 6 blocks, that means the snakies need to come into play, but I'm also obviously going to need the snakies for crossing the water. Whether that means that the snaky is a temporary block that I then shoot the egg away, or that putting the snakies in position is the last step, I do not know. Let's play around. We get 2 shots for grabbing the easily available emerald framer. Always start by doing things that don't require you to modify the stage in any way, and that are freely available to you. Pro tip for Lolo. It's beautiful to be constrained at the start. You're much closer to a solution when your options are limited than when your options are limitless. That's not just good Lolo advice, that's good puzzle solving advice. Figure out how constrained you really are, and then rejoice in those constraints. Okay. Heart framers, you've probably already spotted this, any newbies in the audience, Cedric, also act as blocks that Medusa can't shoot through, which is great. I'm going to guess that the result of these emerald framers is going to be right in front of these gulls so that I can push the gulls into the river to come back, and in so doing... Oh, but... No. Yes. No. Okay. I've already broken the puzzle. This is... Okay. This is trickier than it seems, because right off the bat, I'm a little mystified. What am I actually going to do here? Because to get those snakies... Oh, I can get that top snaky... No, I can't. I could if... Wow. Cool. We're extremely constrained at the start. Because how am I going to do anything? I obviously need snakies to get across the river, which means I need to get on the opposite sides of the snakies. This one, I would need the Medusa blocked here to get on the opposite side. There's not enough space to walk through, so I'd have to be coming from over here. This one, though, if I could just get up here, I could come around like thus. But right now to do that, I need to put this emerald framer here and kill it for the purposes of getting this framer, which might just mean get it with the snaky and then push the thing over. Well, at the very least, we got to start learning about what else is here in the level. So if I push this one up to here, I mean, now I can make use of the snaky. Do I use the snaky right now to go in deeper? Perhaps. Oh, I can see so many clever wrinkles in this puzzle. Like, look, you look at these and you think, well, they're well positioned to just go up and block these Medusas to get this heart. But actually, if they do that, you can never get the heart. What you actually must have to do, because once again, it's not perfectly symmetrical. There's more space here. You must need to block this Medusa so that you can go up here and then push this one, which is already here, over to here, so that you can push this one out of there. Let's find out what we can do on the other side. I'm not going to take the snaky across the most immediately available way. In fact, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to put all my trust in that purpose, in the purpose of that emerald framer being to come up here and block this. Let's find out. This level also poses an enormous risk of me being utterly terrified by an unexpected Medusa kill. Comes with the territory. Don't be a Lolo streamer if you don't want to humiliate yourself by being publicly terrified by a cutesy puzzle game for children. Okay. So, let's do this. And then, with 2 shots left, I need to make a choice and then find out if I made the right choice. So let's do this. Are there shots in this one? There aren't. That was not the right choice. There's nothing left to do. Okay. But otherwise, that felt like a nice start. So let's try it again. Put that here. And now, if I bring the snaky up, I can do the thing that I described. Can I do it fast enough? I don't know. No, I can't do it fast enough. And that one has no shots in it either. So, well, Snaky's there now. But I don't... Do I not need that snaky anymore? I don't know. That was not the move. I'm broken now. Okay. You know what? Let me validate something. Let me verify. Let me learn something here. Because what if actually the answer is not to put this in that position, but to... Nope. Hold on. Wait, there's no need to restart. Or was there? Yeah, no, I think that has to go there. I think. But, what's the story with this heart framer? No shots. So, whenever I'm going to do that, it can't be now. Elsewise, I felt okay about how this was being set up. So, let's keep experimenting in the vein of the current starting moves. I can't move fast enough. Fortunately, I recognized that I was doing that, so I didn't shriek in terror when the Medusa got me. Okay. An important element here is going to be which heart framer do I collect last to not get zapped by a gull. And it could actually be this one, because I'll be getting that one by putting this guy in an egg, putting him here, grabbing that, and immediately pushing him. So could there be shots in this one? It's worth finding out, because this would be the most appealing one to get last, because gull's not going to get you before you solve your problem here. I don't know. But for now I should find it. If indeed there are some shots in there. Well, let's try it this way. There are shots in there, so that's not the last heart to get. That much seems clear. I want to get that one last. So perhaps I do 2 shots right now. Oh, very tough to block that with a snaky using only 1 or only 2 shots. I need all 3, but it doesn't have hearts in it. Okay. Well, let's try this. At least I haven't even explored the possibilities of what can happen over on the right side. Oh, and in fact, way harder to do. Okay. I have got to run to the washroom. I'm going to take a brief intermission here, folks. Hang tight. I'll be right back with you. Okay. Back at it. What are we gonna do? I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying things. I would love to also solve this one today. I don't know. But it could happen. I can't see a way around doing this yet. And so the opening feels very constrained. But that could be a failure of imagination. I can see now also that I absolutely need this guy right above me. Point with the cursor. This guy to cross over to here conveniently. So I must not leave him here when I'm trying to do all this rigmarole. But how? Well, I guess one thing I can say is that I don't need this guy for another river crossing. So what if right now I do some setup? Promising, because now obviously I can get 2 more shots. This seems much more plausible, I think. Maybe. Ah! Messed it up. Oh ho! And what do you have to report, Cedric? Was the authorial voice taking a shot at Lolo? Okay. A very intricate mythology they built. I don't know. This is all very thorny. I can tell that it's going to be one of those ones where the solution is really just beautiful when you figure it out. But don't know how long it's going to take me to get there. I would bet on it being a difficult, like, I don't know why anyone, like, it seems like such a weird out-of-pocket shot to take. Because, like, Lolo is not that famous or notable a game, and certainly I'm not aware of it having any reputation of being a game people don't like. But as a joke about a character, you're not going to be able to handle figuring out how to push the blocks properly. What if I actually want to get that top one last? Let's try something. Wait. Okay. Yeah. Here's a thought. Here's the thought. A lot depends here on there being more shots in the economy that I can unlock over there. Okay. Don't know if this is enough, but maybe it is. Maybe it is, because now... I think this is going to be a so close and yet so far kind of deal. But let me not lose hope just yet. Because now I don't need to recover this one. Just do that. And yeah, so close and yet so far, because I can get the last framer, but I do not have enough space to get past that goal once he's awake. This is not the last one to get. But that's okay. This feels like we're close. So can I use all the pieces like I just did, but in a different order? Maybe. Maybe. Well, I know I gotta do that. Okay. Do I have the space here now to actually pull this off? No. Unless, hold on. I might as well fully rule it out. Because I think the puzzle I spent the second most time on before the one today, in the end, the solution was that I was underthinking what I was capable of doing to avoid a Medusa shot with just my reflexes. You hate to see it. Just a half step too far. Why don't I just go off the horizontal axis? So I can't even, a half step too far, I wouldn't have even ruined things. Even though I kept my steps under control that time. Okay. Let's try this. I messed up the button pressing, so we don't know yet. I think if that works, it's going to crack it's going to be the key for me. Not yet. No. That is too snug. Okay. I still feel like I'm on the right track, though. Ah, but I gotta keep doing all the things along that track every time. Wait, no, never mind. Okay. Think it through. There are 2 more shots in the economy, so there's 5 shots remaining. I need 1 shot to bring the snaky over here, and then another shot to come back. Yes. I also don't want to get this heart last. So... Obviously, okay, this framer is to block here. Gotta use the snaky to block this. So when I free this up, really only here makes sense for it. Or I guess here. What does that do for me? You know what? I'm gonna switch to the reflex validation save slot. Which hasn't actually, I've used it now 3 times, and the first 2 times I've used it, it hasn't actually had anything to do with me eventually solving the puzzle. Let's be 100% sure. And there you go. And the save slot doesn't actually come into play. And so No. This is not a solution. Because I still don't have a way to not get... Wait, yes I do. Maybe I do. I do. I was gonna say, I don't have a way to get the whatever heart is last without being galled. Maybe I do. If I do, it involves some serious speed. Gotta wait for that snake to be back. And now I'm going to do this. Watch me. Ha ha ha! Boom. Slot 1 isn't actually the reflex validation save slot. It's the psychological shield that enables me to pull it together. Okay. Quick save. Room 4. It would be awesome. I don't know. I don't know that I can get 2 more rooms cleared in time. But okay. Well, for those who are just meeting this game for the first time, we have 2 new elements. We have the skulls and we have the grass patch. Skulls, like Goal, are inert, just like a snaky, until you get the last heart framer and then they come alive. The skulls move though, and they just run around and they chase Lolo or Lala down and obliterate you. The grass, moving enemies cannot cross the grass. So, Dawn Medusas, although I don't know if I've ever seen a Dawn Medusa being pushed. Oh yeah, I have. Grass would stop a Dawn Medusa's path. It'll stop the skulls. It'll stop Alma, who we haven't met yet in today's play. Okay, taking stock. We have a Medusa that needs to be blocked here and here. A Medusa needs to be blocked here, 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 and here. So 6 blocks needed there. And a Medusa that needs to be blocked 3 times. So we need 9 blocks total. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things that can be used for blocks. Some of them are going to have to be reused, or I've miscounted something. Okay, I'm alright. It's okay. It's okay. It's good that I'm doing this in my late 30s and not in like my mid 50s. Okay. Leave that one be for the moment. My goodness. Well, at least I can feel very confident about the purpose of these 2 framers. Because there's just literally nothing to do if I can't block this Medusa in those 2 ways. Then I come down here, and I have to take this heart framer but not touch the others. I still don't have any shots. I need to block Medusa to the right from the top. Let me try doing that now. Having done that, I can trek all the way back up. And I can get this, right? Right? Yes. Okay. I've got 2 shots to work with now. At the end, when I grab whatever heart I grab last, I need either egged up skulls. In fact, I bet getting this Medusa blocked is an egg skull story. Maybe. But I'm not going to be able to use 2 egged up skulls. That'd be a bridge too far, I think. So let me push that one there, and then think. I do not want to get this heart last. I will be skulled. I will be devoured by skulls. Probably. Or maybe that's what they want me to think. Because if I get that one last by egging this skull, pushing it to here, blasting this one away, pushing that to there, grab the thing and get out before they awaken. Then I'm standing on this while this guy's running around. And when he gets on my path, I egg him so that I can push him up here, bring him down. Maybe that's the trick. If that's going to turn out to be the trick, then right now, I need to use this skull and I need to make a good guess of where more shots are going to be. Oh, good. When you find shots, you know that's not the last one to get. So if I... Actually, you know what? There. You don't need to reason your way through anything to figure out which heart to get last, except to find out which ones have shots in them. I bet this other one has shots too. Well, let's find out. Yep. And so... Oh, wait, they all have to have shots, don't they? Oh, no. Nope. So close. And yet so far. There are only 6 shots to work with. Intriguing. Thought we dusted this one really quickly. I was beginning to think, okay, yeah, I can get through room 5 today. And you know what? I'm not giving up hope. Now, there's more to the story here. And I know that that's the one that I have to get last. That much has been made crystal clear. So where do I claw back a shot in the shot economy? It's the big question. This one will either fall faster. I mean, obviously this is true. This one will either fall faster than the other ones or not. But I mean, in a way that, like, it's either going to come together pretty quickly because it's a much more constrained menu of options to choose from, or it's going to drag out because there's like a one weird trick thing that I'm not perceiving yet. Guess we'll find out together. Okay. So, if I need 1 shot to deal with this guy and 2 shots to deal with this guy, and then I want a shot to deal with this one, or is that actually the answer? That I want to do it all somehow with framers up here, not with an egged skull. No, because then I still need... Because then I need to egg this one away and then put it in an egg again to push it here, which is the same number of shots. Okay. Okay, let's stick with the theory that I definitely need that. I think bringing this across and then getting it up here is physically possible, but extremely difficult to do with a skull running around unless it's somehow wandered up here. And I don't see why it would do that. So I have 2 and I'll have 4 more, so I'm going to have 6. Let's see. Shoot this guy. Put him here, grab this, shoot him again. That's 2. And then 3. And then I need 1, 2, 3 to deal with it over here. Doesn't work. Okay, what if I do 2 shots on this guy? Bring this over to here. And then I only need 1 shot for this. So I've used 3 shots to do that. And then 1, 2, and a 3 to get it up here. Perhaps that's it. Or perhaps I'm missing something. Definitely one of those, right? A or not A. One of them must be true. This feels right. Now it's just executing. Okay. That's the pattern the skull will follow. And then I gotta go like this, this. This is terrifying. Okay. Yep. That's just execution. That's the solution. Okay. Maybe we get her to level 16 today. Maybe we get to see Lala do the end of level celebration dance. No. Or maybe I give myself a heart attack at the age of 38. Oh, I see. It's a matter of shooting the skull at the right moment. Then I need to do fewer pushes. Boom! Done and dusted. That one was much simpler than the first 2 today. Okay. Okay, and now there's it depends. A lot depends. I see we have a Dawn Medusa in play. I don't like that at all. But it's plausible. Okay, let's take stock. Room number 5, level 16, room 5. We have regular Medusa, who is already blocked by a rock to her right. That will block her line of sight. She only needs to be blocked above her for the sake of getting this. We have Dawn Medusa, who is almost certainly on a vertical path. He's gonna go bong, 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 heaving knives at Lala if he ever gets on a line with her, and those knives are not like Gaul's flames. Dawn Medusa's aim is true, just like his wife, his lady. If he gets you, he gets you. And it's very upsetting every time. Then we have skulls, gulls. Okay, this Medusa needs to be blocked thrice. Once, twice, and thrice. Well, technically she's already blocked, but I bet I need to move one of these more into position. 3 blocks for this Medusa, 1 block for this one. It'll only take 1 to block this Dawn Medusa if I'm able to get in here, grab this, and get out. Which I'm not actually super confident about. Or maybe it's a matter of blocking this Dawn Medusa first from the bottom, trapping him up here, and then getting this, and then riding the skull across here. There's a lot to think about. We gotta start trying things. First move is constrained. I must do that. Absolutely cannot get down and get that heart right now. There's a spot there tempting me with the idea of putting an emerald framer in place, but I'm not sure where I get an emerald framer for that job. So, let me try this. I screwed it up, but what I didn't screw up was the timing that I wasn't even thinking about in order to actually cross that river without being in line with Don Medusa and getting knifed at short range and possibly fainting. Oh, did I not do that last time? Seems important to do that before you leave this spot. Okay. Maybe. Well, the question remains of how to... Maybe I actually need to go back. I can't go back. There's no going back. You can never go home again. This might have been a two-step dance. Well, let's find out more about the stage. I don't think I'm solving it right now. But let's cross the river. More shots. Feels like the end game is to be on this spot, because what I could do is like this. Let me just run what I can do to win, I think. Yeah. At the end, that's the move, right? And that leaves me 4 shots to work with to figure out how to block up there. And perhaps it's as simple as running this step twice. I stopped to take stock, which I did not need to do. Banged my wrist on the bottom of my desk. The dogs, the famous dogs coming through the window in the hallway in Resident Evil. Nothing. I acquired the Amnesia games in a collection that were on sale on Switch, and I'll do the way late to the party thing sometime of streaming those in the dark. And I bet they're not going to scare... I'm not going to jump anywhere near as hard at anything in those games as the jump scares in Adventures of Lolo. What if... Okay. Let me validate. Can I actually just do this fast enough? No. Absolutely not. And I'll just skip out on the part where I get knifed. But would it be more workable if I waited? Maybe. Let's try. Oh, except I don't have the shots to go back. Unless there's shots... here. There are. Okay. Just gotta keep my nerves about me. Except, how do I get across? I have a thought. Watch this. Oh, wait. Maybe I don't have a thought. Well, maybe I do. What if there's a whole dance to be done here? I'm gonna try it in a couple of ways. I'm not keeping a precise shot economy counter in my mind right now. But it felt like there were a lot that I hadn't used last time. That didn't actually... That was just a wincing of, oops, I did a stupid thing. Because I was going to drown because of my weird reflex there. Okay. I think I can solve this today. I believe in my heart. I'm not sure I'm solving it right now, but let's see. I have 4 shots. I need to move quickly here. Because I need this goal to do double duty, right? I need to block that Medusa, but then eliminate him and then bring him back the other way. I think I can do it. Let's find out, though. Yes, that's it. I think. Unless I'm missing something, which I surely could be. Yeah. Or no. For a moment I was thinking, what if I can actually... Like if I trap Dom Medusa over here, but if I trap him over here, I'm never getting this, because there's nothing I can put here. Unless there's a respawn gimmick, which is a whole other rule. Sometimes, most of the time, if you double shoot an enemy to blast the egg off the screen, and then you cover their respawn point, you hear a noise, like a bonk bonk. Error sound, and the enemy ceases to exist. But sometimes a very special enemy, respawns in another place. And that could be part of what we're doing here. I don't know, though. Okay. Oh, no, don't step up there. There we go. Okay. I didn't stop to check the timing. It's okay. It's fine. We're working it out. Working out the kinks. Danielle's gonna be like, babe, what are these bruises on your wrists? Just kept smashing them on my desk. We don't need to talk about why. You don't need to see screenshots of the game that was terrifying me repeatedly. Is there any logic to pushing the framer to the right of me now into position? No, there's not, because the next time I'm on the south side, I need to put this one in position. Someone like, you know, some Steam game, some indie game could take that and run with it with like a, you know, the like those stupid GIF images, animated images that they use on YouTube. You're looking at it and you don't know it's animated, so you're looking at a still life, but then after 15 seconds, like a scary face appears. Just have that scary face. Come get you. Okay. Here goes. No, wait, hold on. Let me... Yes, I see why there's no logic to it. Because the next time I'm on the downside, I need to put this in position. I need to put this in position in order to get this. And if I've locked him here, I can never cross the river. Okay. Good. Eliminating a possibility. Okay. Getting the timing right. Okay. Nope. I don't have enough shots. I simply do not have enough shots. Okay. Let me test whether the respawn gimmick is in effect. Damn it. Let me test whether the respawn gimmick is in effect. Because if it is, I think it's with one of those snakies. Not that one. Probably neither of them. I saw that one coming. In my brain, I formed the thought, you fool. Was this the one I already checked? Hello, bag of magic food. Nice. That's awesome. I still haven't played the Japanese version, although I'm looking forward to doing so one day. Okay. What am I missing? Something. I think I might see it. Let's find out. That's okay. I saw that coming, so I didn't harm myself in any way when it happened. Can you see what I'm thinking? What if I've been overthinking the end game here. At the very start, I said maybe the last move is to shoot a snaky and shoot this guy, put the snaky across and then push this guy. What if the actual move is not to egg this guy at all, but to cross the river when he's all the way over here? He fixates on me, but I shoot right across. He's still acting as a block. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. But it's plausible. It does mean that I need to work this part out carefully. Not that carefully. There. Okay. No. Well, hold on. Hold on. Well, definitely not if I'm going to do that. But I think, I don't know. Well, I got a little time anyway. It'd be the perfect stopping point to clear level 16, be staring down the lair of the son of the great demon king. What if... Can I make part of this easier on myself by being a little trickier right now? I think so. I gotta get the timing right, but I saw that I wasn't, so it's okay. No. I can't make it easier on myself later. Wait, yes, I could have. Okay, hold on. No. Never mind. That was foolish. Okay. So there's no little weird gimmick there to save myself a tiny bit of stress later. Okay. A lot depends. I'm not even trying to do a count. I'm just gonna play this out and find out if I've counted, if I have enough shots to do what I'm thinking might be the thing. hesitated too long there, but maybe not. No. Can't get around that goal here. So then the thought occurs. Is there a way to play this slightly different? No, I don't think there is. I was going to say, is there a way to free this emerald framer by pushing it up one, putting the gall over here? But no, because the emerald framer won't be blocking the Medusa at that point. Maybe. I think I need to see it. To disbelieve it or believe it. Because if I just swap what... Oh, wait. No, because I've already not swapped. Okay. So what's the trick? What am I missing? Well... Could it involve... Alright. What if I have the order all wrong? Let's try some different orders of approach here. So this part is snug. It's tough to resist. I don't know how I've done it for 30 years. I've never beaten this game, and I've never consented to be told a solution. And that is not some policy I've managed to maintain in my entire life. I don't know. I don't know about this. But what if... across like that. I really don't see how this is anything without having already also done the trick over there. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I don't know. Which I think is obvious. It's very clear by now. But what if? I don't know though. I don't think so. Wait. No. No, no. No. Or... I don't think so. Okay. Well, might as well play it out hard. But I don't see this working. Well, hold on. Might as well find out. Doesn't feel right. Especially not if I'm going to do that. But even so, I would have only had one shot left. Just not going to get me home to my beloved treasure. Okay. I've heard that the Japanese puzzles are harder, which is both exciting and a little intimidating. Because these late game American puzzles certainly are crafty as well. Okay. Okay. Just messing around here. There's no benefit to crossing rightwards that I can imagine. And then having done all this puts me in an actually frustrating spot. Okay. Alright, let me think. Is there a way, if I could use this, if I could push this framer up somehow, but... Well, hold on. Gotta remind myself of something. Yeah, that one is shots, so it's important to get. Wait a second. Well, I'm moderately intrigued to find out what it's all about. This is a much different order, and it feels kind of promising. I can't remember. No, I don't get more shots from the upper right one. So, would I want to do this now? And then... No, because there's shots in that one. Okay. Hold on. This feels like I might have opened up a promising avenue. And at any rate, it always feels good to have a Dawn Medusa neutralized this early. Because right now, I can't get everything done up there. Wait, I don't need 3 shots to do that. I only need 2. By Jove. Okay, so long ago, when I felt like this was all coming together for me, I said that I would need to have already put the skull in an egg. So how about this? It's like this. And like... No. Oops. No, I don't need to already put the skull in an egg. Because I need those last 2 shots. But this is it. This is it, right? I don't think it's fully formed in my brain, but I think it's formed enough. It always feels good to hit that kind of deduction where you're like, wait a minute, what if I've been using this thing the wrong... Because if I just didn't have him doing that, and it all starts to click. What if the framers, and what if that's not a red herring spot to block Dom Medusa from the left? But actually just you need to think about how you could get around to doing that. And yeah, with 4 shots, I don't need anything fancy here. Unless I'm miscounting shots and that top left framer doesn't have shots, but I believe it does. Be sad if it doesn't. Because if it doesn't, this is not even close to a solution. It's got the shots. And I don't even need them all. Do the gimmick, Lala. That's another way you can tell that Lala is a girl and Lolo is a boy, because when Lolo solves it, he goes like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr," like he's bicep flexing. It's like your biceps really didn't come into play here. You know, both Lolo and Lala are using their legs and their backs a lot because they're pushing things around a lot. But like, except for picking things up underhand and then like, you know, some actual exercises designed for your biceps, like, what are you doing with your biceps? Ever. Okay. Wow. Because of, yeah. I see how that's... You had the goal on a half push. A lot of the times, I think probably a majority of puzzles, although not today. I spent a lot of time on 2 puzzles that didn't have a half push gimmick. But I think the majority of puzzles that I've struggled with in Lolo turn out to in some way involve moving something half a square. Okay. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna shut it down here, but I want to see the first puzzle, and I want to just see what happens when we go in. So let's enjoy the kick-ass Demon Land music for a moment, just for a break after hearing the also kick-ass puzzle music for 2 hours and 35 minutes. And let's go in. Never heard this before. Ooh. Yeah, perhaps especially the like not official Commander Keen game, Martian Dreams. Oh yeah, yes. kick-ass music here. Kind of reminds me of, I'm actually not sure which game it reminds me of. I wonder how many unintended... Oh, no new tile set or anything for the Son of the Demon King's Lair, but that's okay. So I'll be looking here at this puzzle when we pick up next time. Level 17, room 1. There are 10 rooms left. And then, of course, 2 entire games, because the 2 Japanese releases in the series have different puzzles. And then I'll probably go back, get some MSX emulators or whatever going so I can play the earlier Eggerland games. And then the really tricky one will be, can I get the Japanese Windows 2000 one? Can I even find it? And if I find it, can I get it running? I don't know. So there's a lot of Lolo left, but like, I don't know if anything will feel as totemic in my Lolo experience as when I finally beat this game. Which is going to happen. I don't know when, because this is not on the schedule. This is not the Saturday game. We're going back to King's Quest next week, but bit by bit, it's coming together. And it's great to have you all along on the ride. So thanks for sticking around. Yeah. All right. I'm not even going to think about trying to solve it. In fact, let's wrap up with the kick-ass Demonland music playing. While I say that check it out, tomorrow we're going to go back to that Labyrinth of Worlds with Ultima Underworld 2. Gonna get as much done as I possibly can, because while I'm actually loving the game and not at all wanting the game to end for any reason related to the game, I'm excited to do something, my next thing on Sunday, which will be Quest for Glory 5, Dragonfire. And then after that, I've made a deal with myself that I'm allowed to put off Ultima 7 Part 2 Serpent Isle to the summer, when I can try to play it frequently and therefore condense it in calendar time, because it sounds like a real slog of it, like a real long game. So like, yeah, who knows? Sky's the limit. British long ago now told me about this awesome Mario Maker 2 world of 1-1 variations that someone made. I even have the title for that stream in mind. Variations on a theme of Miyamoto. Or maybe it'd be fair to say a theme of Miyamoto and Tetsuka. But either way, I want to stick that in, play that a week or two, or more, depending on what it demands of me. And then just like, what bite-sized things can I do? I'm really, every now and then I try to reveal that I am aware that video games are still being made. And I've heard Against the Storm is pretty great, so I might like to try that. I've been talking since last year about getting my partner, my girlfriend, Danielle, to make an appearance. And I'd love to do that with Final Fantasy VI. Share one of my favorite games with her. But I heard of a game called, I don't know, something Chaos Witch, something. It's a visual novel game where the gameplay is about deck building a tarot deck, and then the inflection points where you can affect the story are how you use your tarot deck to do readings for different characters in the story. Sounds like it'd be right up her alley. So I'd like to cajole her into doing that. Shorter games that I've been meaning to play. I did Starflight 1 like 2 years ago now, and I loved it. Starflight 2, Trade Routes of the Cloud Nebula, I'd love to give that a shot. That'll probably only take a few weeks. There's lots of stuff to do. But we gotta get through Ultima Underworld 2 first. And we're getting close. And we'll get a little bit closer tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. On Tuesday, my buddy Greg's gonna be here, and we are going to get back to playing every beat 'em up. That's the dream. We're gonna start at least with the last arcade beat 'em up of 1988 that we haven't played. Jaleco's. We haven't played a Jaleco game yet, so I guess that's exciting. Jaleco's Takeda Shingen. And I'm not sure what else we're going to do, because I haven't looked at the list and figured it out. But I'll set the agenda, I'll figure it out, and we'll do it. And that's been an exciting adventure. We played a lot of beat 'em ups, and there are a lot more left to play. And we'll keep on doing that on Tuesdays. The show is called Greg and James Beat 'em Up. Then, come Friday, well, I promised that Michaela would finally be joining us for Friday Night Frosthaven, but she won't be. She's busy. She has plans on Friday. So she will join for the next scenario after that. But hey, we're going to be back playing Frosthaven, Friday Night Frosthaven. And then before you know it, it's Saturday, and we're firing up King's Quest VII, The Princeless Bride. Which, is not as well regarded, I don't think, as King's Quest VI. Some people really don't like it. Some people like it a lot. So it's not like King's Quest VIII, where everyone pretty much agrees that it sucks. So it is our last shot of glory with King's Quest before we play King's Quest VIII. I mean, you have to. It'd be silly to just play the first 7 and stop. So we'll do that too. And then Dark Sun. Shattered Lands. So hey, if anybody wants to redeem their channel points to create a Dark Sun character, you should do that. It'll be fun. Otherwise, I'll just create the characters in the party. That's where we've been. That's where we're going. And somewhere in and around there, whenever I see a good window. Perhaps someday I get home, students don't need anything. It's 4 o'clock. I'm done for the day. Danielle's going to be home late. I have a quick snack so I don't get hungry. We can hop in the afternoon. February break's coming up. It's snowing like crazy. Maybe there's a snow day on Monday and I don't have to do office hours. I can do it on Monday afternoon. Who knows? But we'll see what we can do and we'll move forward from there with Lolo. The end is in sight. I mean, we can see the Demon King's son's lair right there. So that's it. That's where we are. That's where we're going. If you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, you can't hear my voice. But I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time, when we're all at the culmination of a 30-year adventure together, take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.